All right, so it finally happened. We have The Guardian promoting The Lord of the Rings. Of course, by promoting, it means cherishing and worshipping its strong diversity. And this is one of the problems that I have with the TV show, why I'm incredibly skeptical and why I went after Lofty on the Flashcast. It's because it's a $1 billion TV show. And instead of them talking about who the big baddie is going to be, the setting, the characters, all they're talking is diversity. Diversity. Like, isn't this weird? Like, when you have a product that you want to advertise, you put your best foot forward. It's like, this is why this product is so good. And your thing is diversity? It's 2022. All movies are diverse. Everything is diverse. Why should I watch Lord of the Rings when I can watch everything else? In fact, why should I watch Lord of the Rings when I can watch South Korean films? Do you know how diverse the South Korean films are? Or Bollywood. I mean, if I want real, rich diversity, I would watch Bollywood. Why would I give money to the white man? Did you know what Jeff Bezos looks like? The straight, cisgender, heteronormative, patriarchal Jeff Bezos. Why would I give him money? I give money to Bollywood. I plant the seeds of diversity for the future. Think ahead, way. But, all jokes aside, this is why they're doing it. It's so that they can attract the attention from publications like The Guardian to promote the movie. And again, the way they promote it is by attacking the fans. So there are correct people, like correct-minded people, usually hyper-woke individuals, and then there's everyone else, which is the wrong type of person, and their money isn't important, don't watch their film. So we got when you want to talk about race, you go to the white man, according to The Guardian, right? Like, if you want a racial expert, you bring forth a white European. I mean, who else can write such a beautiful piece? As the new Lord of the Rings series gears up for its September launch on Amazon, the company finds itself navigating treacherous yet familiar waters as a fierce debate over race by introducing characters of color. By the way, fun fact, when Amazon first announced Lord of the Rings, do you know that the progressive publications were the ones losing their shit? It's like, oh, please tell us it's not going to be like the movies. Please tell us it's not going to be like the movies. There are too many white people in the movies. Ah, too many white people. They started this conversation. Not Amazon. In fact, we talked on the Flashcast how there were people involved in the production who wanted to keep it true to Tolkien's vision. And they wanted to maintain what Lord of the Rings was in the vision of the author. And they were fired. And they were replaced with more progressive, enlightened people. And that's why the fandom is upset. Because it's constantly being insulted. But they want your money. And I'm not a pay piggy. I don't like this. I don't like being insulted by the people who want my money. So they can have their movie. They can do whatever they want. I'm not just going to give them my cash. I'm not going to be part of it. So you have here, it's like the tech giant has spent a dragon's dungeon of gold on adapting the beloved story famous for its cultish fans. In other words, look how I, the enlightened journalist who descended from the Guardian, look how knowledgeable I am in Lord of the Rings. Look what great puns I can make while writing the article. And of course, the Lord of the Rings is deeply enmeshed in the right-wing culture war industry. Man, I know people who aren't even into politics that don't like what they're seeing. I know that this may be shocking, but it's not just right-wing people who don't like being insulted by the people who want money from them. And I will tell you something, it's not even about race, right? Because that's how they're trying to frame this. And of course, they're trying to frame this because if you don't like Lord of the Rings, you must be a bigot. But they talk about how this is set into the Norse mythology, and the Norse people talk about the Svatlafar, which are black elves. And Tolkien was a devotee of Old Norse, and because of that, clearly Tolkien would have wanted like black elves. There are black people in the world of Tolkien. They're called the Easterlings. And they're very interesting because they go out and they help Saruman. But we know that there were two wizards that went to the Easterlings and tried to hamper Saruman's forces. Would it have been a cool story if the entire action took place in the Easterlings and we just see these two mages that are trying to subvert Saruman's influence on the Easterlings? Wouldn't it be a cool story if we actually had some pirating adventures? Because, like, again, the pirates were people of color. Like, that would have been great diversity that you could add here, and absolutely no one would complain. There wouldn't be a single person complaining. However, they didn't do that, right? So what they did is, like, some color palette. They did a little bit of tinkering with the color on the characters. And it's like, oh, we are so progressive. Aren't we, Jeff Bezos? Didn't we do a good job, white man Jeff Bezos? Aren't we so progressive? And anyone that doesn't like us is a racist and a right-winger, because we know people of color can't be right-wingers, right? And then, of course, they go and attack YouTubers. Why not? YouTubers complaining about fan mistreatment have hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of followers. Inevitably, these fans are devoted to movies, TV show, and comics from their childhood, and many are constantly on the watch for a new version that might expand the role of women and characters of color, or include characters who are homosexual. When they're riled up, they can coordinate broad campaigns of harassment. So they're like, no, this is what The Guardian is telling you, all right? This is the reality that this journalist is trying for you to believe in. That YouTubers who have millions of followers, let's assume that we're talking about like very, very strong YouTubers, powerful in the force. They are able to harass the most powerful corporation on the world, Amazon. Like, you're telling me that YouTubers who have the problem of getting people to even click that like button and click that subscribe button can now puppeteer their audience to go after Amazon. And Amazon can't do anything about it. They're defenseless. They're like, oh God, oh no, the YouTuber fans are coming. What are we going to do? Is this what I am led to believe? That poor Jeff Bezos is afraid of people from the internet? And then you're also telling me that all of these people, they love Lord of the Rings. I mean, my God, they are so hyped. They are ready to consume. Like, all of you guys right now, do you want to consume? Like, you just can't tune away from Amazon. You're just standing there in front of the television waiting for the release date. You can't even go to the bathroom. Like, you're just, come on, Lord of the Rings, Lord. But then you hear my video. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, you know what? V is right. How dare Amazon? And you turn into like that rage virus from 28 Days Later. Is this guy smoking or what? Like, no, seriously, how can you write something like this? Does he even believe his own thing? And not to mention, if just mild criticism is enough to get your viewers to go after and harass people, isn't he sending criticism towards YouTubers from his platform at The Guardian, which is far larger than any YouTube channel that's commenting on comic books and whatnot? Yeah. You got the people in the production team from Lord of the Rings insulting the fans, and it's YouTubers who are the problem. Because they point it out. And they're like, how dare you insult us? With what right? We're not going to buy your stuff. Like, I haven't seen a single YouTuber, because if they were, they would give it as an example, right? Like, they would have links. This is the YouTuber encouraging his fans to do harassment. There aren't any. What YouTubers are encouraging people to do is not watch this shit. Don't watch it. Do not engage with them. Do not send them any message. Unfollow. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Let them do what they want to do. Because look, it's not for you. It's exactly what they're saying here. It's like, it's time for Amazon to bring the Lord of the Rings to a more modern audience. So what they're saying is that the previous movies, like the previous trilogy, that's too old, you know, like that. Even though it got best motion picture, international renown, no. We can't have that. It's too old. It's way too old. It's like 500 years old. We can't have that in the modern day. It needs to change. Okay, let it change and let the people who is it changing for watch it. Because we're just a small minority, aren't we? Just a small minority. Even if you have an Amazon account, do not watch this if you agree with me. Okay? Because I'm trying to keep you from harassing anyone. You can't harass anyone if you don't watch it. So do not watch it. Just click away. Never click on it. Okay? And this will make Mr. Sam very happy. He's going to be very happy because all these evil right-wingers, which are a small minority, right? They're not going to watch it. And all the progressive people and people like him are going to watch it. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, progressive people and Lofty. Yes, Lofty is going to watch it as well. He's going to arrive to my conclusions. He's going to reach exactly my words after he sees it. But, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one woke movie that's actually going to be popular. I mean, they spent $1 billion into it, right? I saw the trailer. It looks like $1 billion. Probably this is the one that's going to blow people's mind. And I will be the one crying because I'll be like, you know what? Damn my principles. I should have watched it. I have lost so much. Everyone around me is going to talk about it. Everyone is going to make memes about it, and I will feel left out. I will be the loneliest kid on the internet because this is going to be a masterpiece. It's going to be so good. And if that's the case, why are they worried about a couple of right-wingers? How many right-wingers are there? Probably 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure that this TV show is going to do excellent without us. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.